Hey guys, welcome back to Finding Strength. I'm here with Mike Hedlesky. We're at Iron Strong Crossfit in Salisbury, Maryland. We just got done with some training. Mike is a 6-time IPF World Team powerlifter, and he's been doing powerlifting for quite a while. And you went to college for basically PT, right?
My undergrad's in exercise science, and then I got a master's degree in applied health physiology, but the concentration was in applied strength and conditioning.
Okay. All right. So if you follow him on Instagram, it's a hamburger trained. That's how most people know him. He's coming back from a pretty bad injury when his labrum was a left arm, left labrum. You want to go and tell me a little bit about that and kind of recovery afterwards?
Yeah, sure. This has been awesome so far. Still pretty much dealing with the recovery. I'm only about probably about 9 months out of the surgery. Basically, I played football for about 10 years, and I had a small tear in my labrum a decade ago, probably give or take, and just never got it fixed. And then I was deadlifting last December, or 2 Decembers ago, so it's 2015, I guess. 2015 in December. I was on my second rep with 805 deadlift. I was getting ready for the Arnold Festival. My goal was to officially break the raw world record for the 120 class, and then unofficially break the equipped one the next day at the pro deadlift and the single lift one. On my second rep of that 805, my shoulder just totally structural integrity failure, just kind of blew out and tore my labrum 360 degrees. Bone came all the way out, like sunk. I got it on video. You can literally see it just drop a couple inches down, and then in between then and when I got my surgery, I dislocated it about probably 50 or 60 times, just like opening doors, like turning too quick. Like I would turn and it would go out of the socket and stuff. So it was pretty gnarly. So yeah, I've got about recovery time's about 2 years till I'm 100%, but it's getting there. So.
Okay. So what's your plan? How are you going forward? Are you working with somebody else? Are you doing your own recovery plan?
Luckily, with Salisbury here, we have a lot of really good sports medicine people. We've got a couple of really good PTs that are into powerlifting and strongman and stuff. They understand like it's single person strength sport, like the needs and stuff and they know like people like me aren't going to stop doing stuff just because they tell you not to do stuff anymore. So luckily, we got a lot of good people in my corner here helping me out. Mostly doing all my own stuff now, though. I'm cleared from physical therapy. There's nothing more they can really do that I'm not doing enough of on my own. But I'm hammering rehab stuff pretty much every single day, a couple times a day. It's finally just now starting to get back to some kind of semblance of like normal and in. So I like to kind of keep it that way.
Yeah, coming back from injury is a pain in the ass.
Yeah, for sure.
I've done it a bunch of times. But you also, on YouTube, you have a bunch of videos kind of going over training, how you set up blocks and stuff.
Yeah.
Can you kind of tell me what your training philosophy is, if you had to just summarize it into a small snippet?
Yeah. I mean, I'm a big fan of assessment-based stuff. Like, just if you're not quantifiably trying to improve different markers and stuff, with powerlifting and strength sports and stuff, it's pretty easy. Obviously, it's your total. If that's getting better, training's probably working and stuff like that. But even, some of the smaller stuff, I use the functional movement screen with some people, even though that's not like the best marker of stuff. You can really see some general movement problems and things like that. So really, I mean, probably just, a big emphasis on, for powerlifting anyway, big emphasis on heavy compound movements, and then making sure you're doing all the correct accessory stuff that you need to be doing. It's finding out like individualized stuff, what works for people, and then basically just taking it from there. I mean, realistically, as far as a programming standpoint, I mean, just seriously starting with a lot and then going down to a little. That's really about it. It's not nothing more.
Play down to
yeah, pretty much. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
And then, as we were talking about earlier, right now you're going back to a conjugate method. Can you kind of tell me why you're doing that and how that's helped you in the past?
Yeah,
and the critiques of that from other people.
Oh yeah, sure. Good thing there's not plenty of those to pick from. So the internet will lead you to believe that the conjugate training, all like the West Side principles that are floating around that get pretty bastardized by people that have no idea what they're talking about.
Yeah.
People tell you that doesn't work for raw, like doesn't work for drug free and stuff like that. I mean, I won an IPF gold medal, in the deadlift. 2013, doing nothing but conjugate training.
Yeah.
Really just like the basic conjugate training stuff, nothing too crazy. I wasn't adding anything too insane into it, like really just doing 4 hard workouts a week and then getting all those different, methods in there and all those principles in there. But anyway, I'm a big fan of it. I did the daily undulating periodization stuff for, probably about 2 or 3 years, and works great. It works great in the short term. You get really strong really fast. You get really a lot of technical practice with the lifts, and that helps you lift a little bit more, obviously. I just felt like I was hit by like an upside down helicopter was landing on me every day. Like I felt so beat up. With the conjugate training stuff, I mean, I did that for, probably about 5 or 6 years, and just slowly, consistently made progress. Even while when I stopped playing football in college, I was close to like 300 pounds, and I've been slowly dropping weight since then for the last 12 years or 10 years or whatever it's been. So I'm still able to maintain strength and even get a little bit stronger doing the conjugate stuff. It just takes a little bit longer, I think. Like it's got to be a lot more long-term plan than some of the other like higher frequency stuff. It's kind of almost like, I don't know, a quick and easy way to kind of get into this stuff and not any long-term planning really.
Yeah, I don't think people take in accumulation of fatigue, where the whole point behind the conjugate was we're working heavy, but we're changing it up so we're not going over 90% for more than 3 weeks on the same movement. And so, you're not getting as much volume and as you would with the daily undulated periodization, where you just build up fatigue so much, and people can ride it out for like a year or two, and all of a sudden it's like, bam.
Yeah, that's one thing I had to deal with one year was I got a sports hernia from squatting too much, which is like not supposed. That's what football players get when they change direction, like funny, and they do something weird. Like literally, it got so bad I was getting little teeny tiny avulsion fractures from my adductors contracting so hard every time I came up out of the hole in a squat. So like. That shouldn't happen from squatting. That's from squatting way too much, and I think I was trying to do it like 4 times a week then too. It's my own stupid fault, but I'm an idiot. I was just trying it out. Like I love self-experimentation with stuff like that, like training and everything.
And that's the thing. You gotta, everybody needs to try stuff on themselves. And, take the time, be patient, but work on it. And,
definitely.
So you just actually competed. You won your weight class. You went overall.
There was, I think for as far as Wilks coefficient, I think I came out like third. But whatever.
You want to talk about that Wilks coefficient fiasco?
Oh yeah, so like I'm an idiot. So like trying to do, I just did my first powerlifting meet since I had this injury. So I mean it's been about 2 years since I was able to compete, and it's just starting to feel a little bit better. The reason I wanted to do this one is Delaware had a Delaware State Championship. They haven't had a powerlifting meet in Delaware in 16 years, something like that. So I'm tired of driving 9 hours back and forth across the eastern peninsula of Delmarva here to go to all my competitions. So I just want to make sure it was filled up. But anyway, I ended up doing really, really well. I was really surprised. Ended up squatting 565, bench 362, and then deadlifted 694, which seems like a random number. The deadlifts were feeling really good. I knew my Wilks coefficient was close after my second deadlift to get invited back to the Arnold Sports Festival, or at least register for the Pro Raw Challenge that they do. You need a 430 Wilks. So I'm sitting there trying to do Wilks math right before like the time ran out to change my last deadlift attempt. So I thought I had it figured out. So 694 I thought put me right over 430. And then when they were showing all the standings and everything, it's like Mike Hedlesky, Wilks score 429.6. So I'm an idiot. So maybe at the next one I'll be able to pull that one out. But
so what are your future plans for competing?
I've got Raw Nationals in October in Orlando. That's all I've really got planned out for now. I'd love to go back and do the North American Powerlifting Federation. They do meets in like Canada and the Virgin Islands, South America and stuff. Probably try to get in at least 1 or 2 of those next year maybe. I don't know. There's so many freak shows in the 120 class now. I don't think I'm going back to Worlds anytime soon, unless I don't know. There's so many 800-pound squatters now with knee sleeves on. It's just ridiculous. But so that's it for now. Just do nationals, do the best I can, keep everything attached for at least next couple of years so I can make some progress. Like we were talking about earlier, I'm back down to pretty much my birth weight right now. I'd like to put on about 20 or 30 more pounds and then feel like a grown man again instead of like a baby just walking around.
So you're going to be doing just eating everything you can to get up that weight, or you have an actual plan for that?
I've been I've been tentatively,
hamburgers.
Pretty much. I basically have a minimum number of calories that I'm shooting for a day, and then everything else is bonus calories after that. So that's the way I look at it. So as long as I'm eating enough, and then I'm just eating whatever the hell I want to on top of it. So it's nothing too insane. I think I'm shooting for 5,200 or 5,400 calories a day right now total, and then just until I get too fat and then I can't stand it, I'm just gonna cut it back a little bit until my hands get too fat and messes with my deadlifts, and then I'll cut it down from there.
How did you get the name Hamburger Train?
I get that question a lot, and it's nothing cool. I just need to make up a cooler story for it.
Yeah.
Salisbury University was actually one of the first schools to have Facebook.
Okay.
And back then, me and my dumbass meathead friends were just trying to make like stupid names, and I'm a big Primus fan. So right when they made it so you had to lock in the name and you couldn't keep changing it, the last one I had was Hamburger Train, which is an awesome Primus song if you've ever heard it before. But yeah, that's it. So then it stayed like that for a couple of years till communist Facebook did an ID check on me and made me log in with my real name. I was pissed. But yeah, that's it. That's seriously what it came from. It's so stupid.
Well, is there anything else you want to say? Any message you want to get out there for powerlifters coming up or anything?
Man, find good resources, find good mentors. There's so much bad information on the internet. Odds are that guy on Instagram that looks cool probably sucks. Like, he's probably not doing a good job, or he's on drugs, or I don't know. He's lying about something. Yeah, fine. Really, I mean, I know when I first started getting into powerlifting, I was still playing football in college, and there was a guy at the gym. He was off benching. He was. I watched the guy one other time doing good mornings with 405 pounds, like a 40-year-old man, just like parallel coming back up, and then he was benching one day with chains, making all this noise. I finally went up to him and was like, "Dude, what the hell are you doing? Like, what is this?" He's like, "Oh, I compete in powerlifting," and then he was literally like, "Oh, there's a meet next week." So I called the meet director, got in. I didn't train for it. I didn't have a singlet or anything. I didn't know what you needed. That was a USAPL meet. You were allowed to wear knee wraps for raw, and it was a 24-hour weigh-in too.
Wow.
Yeah, that's like 2005. But anyway, so like just did it, loved it. Just started learning everything I could about training. Like be just a sponge of information, not just like YouTube videos and like listen to people that are really good at marketing or look really good and like a lot of heavily filtered pictures and stuff like that. Read actual books, find stuff out. I know I got turned on to the West Side stuff pretty early, and then that just branched out to every single book that Louis recommends and all those articles and stuff like that. And that changed the whole course of my life, like picking my master's degree and everything, and like everything I'm doing now. So I'm so glad that I found that stuff out. So I did that meet, quit football, because that sucked. From that point on, I realized the only thing I liked about football was lifting weights, getting ready for it. So I hated being on a team. I always have. So like I don't know. It resonated a lot more that like, oh, that the work I put into this is going to be what I get out of it, and you're not like held to the standard of the shittiest person on your team anymore. It's because you are that shitty person if you suck at it, and that's perfectly fine. But so that's my biggest advice: be a sponge, learn stuff for sure.
Okay. And if people want to watch your videos about coaching and stuff and putting programs together, what are your social media handles, your YouTube?
Yeah, Instagram, pretty active on there, I guess. Mostly pictures of food, dogs, and like bourbon and some lifting and stuff. But that's Hamburger Trained with an ED, all one word. My YouTube, you can look me up in Mike Hedlesky, Mike Hedlesky, or it's Hamburger Train on there, all one word. Okay. Or just find me on Facebook, Mike Hedlesky. Or if you still search Hamburger Train on Facebook, I still come up for some reason. Yeah, I don't get it. Communist Facebook, ridiculous.
They are a bunch of communists.
Damn it, Zuckerberg.
Well, thanks for coming.
Yeah, man. Thanks for coming down to train.
Thanks for watching another episode. Make sure you follow me on Instagram at zgalls, on YouTube at Finding Strength Strongman. You can catch me on Facebook, and then findingstrength.us for the website. And thanks again. See you guys later.